Balancing a full-time YouTube channel with the mountain that is a UPSC preparation is an extreme sport to say the least. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Ekta. Today is one of those chaotic, imperfect study days where absolutely nothing goes according to plan, but we still got to show up. So the full confession here, this isn't an early morning 5 a.m. club vlog. I actually woke up super early around 6 a.m. but my entire morning completely vanished into editing the last video and wrapping up brand work. Now before the comment section starts coming at me saying you should only focus on studies, what are you doing, let me stop you there. I consider myself a working aspirant. This channel, this work, it's necessary for my survival and to fund my studies. So before anyone judges, just pause and think a little bit. By the time I finished all the work, it was already late morning. Going to the library felt pointless with half the day already gone. So I decided to pivot and make today a home study day. I'm just wrapping up my mic here from the morning editing session, putting it away, setting up my space and keeping my water bottle close to stay hydrated. Alright, no more excuses. Let's officially start the day. It's finally time to study. I always like to kick off my session with the newspaper. Today I'm diving into the Indian Express, not going incredibly deep into every single article, but just skimming through to grab a core headline and stay aware of what's happening. But because I started so late, literally a few pages in, and my stomach started growling, this is the sign for time for a lunch. Now a quick trigger warning to anyone with OCD. I absolutely love eating with the hands and sitting on the floor when I'm at home. It's just a pure comfort food for me, so don't judge. Post lunch slump is real, but the real enemy today is not that. It is the summer heat. My study room is at a very top of the house and without an AC it turns into a literal sauna during the afternoon. The humidity was making it impossible to focus, so I packed up all my entire life, books, tablet, notes and everything, and relocated downstairs where it's comparatively cooler. Armed with a hot cup of tea to beat the food coma, I sat down to tackle my ethics class. I'm currently doing the Mains mentorship program, which is MMP Plus with Sarrthi IAS, and I decided to clear out the JS4 module first, according to the schedule of course. By the time I wrapped half of my lecture, the sun had finally gone down, the temperature dropped and I was able to move back to my room to finish up my entire lecture which is left. Speaking of studying, a question constantly get into my comment sections and DM: should we prepare online or offline? Do we absolutely need to shift to Delhi for coaching? Now I'm not just speaking without experience. I actually took offline classes for my optional subject, so I have experience of both the worlds firsthand, and I firmly choose online prep. With offline coaching, you are locked in a rigid schedule. You have to absorb everything all at once. Online studying lets you prepare at your own pace. Personally, I don't even watch live lessons. I prefer recorded lectures. That way, if a class feels slow, I can speed it up. If I miss something, I can pause and rewind. If I need to make detailed notes, I can stop the lecture right there. But of course, you need to have a little bit of self-discipline if you want to take the online coaching. A lot of you also get confused between the MMP course of Sarrthi IAS, which I am doing, and the GS Foundation course of Sarrthi IAS. Let me clear that up. They are completely different. The Mains mentorship program, which is MMP Plus, is an advanced batch, as I have told earlier in the video. If you are a beginner who is starting from the absolute scratch, you should take the GS Foundation course. It builds your base from zero all the way to the advanced level. For those targeting the exam a bit ahead, Sarrthi IAS has launched their GS Foundation course for 2028 aspirants. You will be studying under some of the most credible top-tier faculties in the UPSC market right now, like Shivin sir, Varun sir, Himanshu Khatri sir, Jasleen ma'am, Pallavi ma'am. They all are incredible teachers. I have put all the features up on the screen for you to see. If you are a beginner planning for 2028, this is where you start. The link to check out their schedule and structure is in the description below, and if you use my coupon code, which is mentioned on the screen and in the description, you will get 1,000 rupees off. But coming back to today's reality, where I am 100% team online coaching, today reminded me why I am also the 100% team library over studying at home. Every time I try to take a home study day, I end up telling myself never again. While I was studying at home, I barely managed to finish one single ethics lecture. At home, my productivity just completely declines. The hurdles are endless. The brutal summer heat, the relentless mosquitoes because there is a park outside my home, and just the natural noises of the family households, little bit of disturbance of the household. My mom comes to chat. My sister is in the same room, so they are not in the library, so obviously they are not going to stay silent, or and naturally they will talk, and it literally disturb the flow. And honestly, I become my own worst enemy at home because the pressure vanishes and I start scrolling reels or getting indulged in something which is not much important. These all things are something which I never do at the library. At library, the discipline is automatic and my productivity easily doubles if not triples. That's why I gladly pay some amount every month for my library fees. It's not a cost, it's the best investment for my syllabus. Before I sign off, I quickly want to address a question I have been seeing. Why are you starting from the zero again? Look, I completely understand the concern, but let me clarify. I'm not starting from the scratch. Starting from zero would mean opening NCERT and reading the basic definition all over again and making the notes from the scratch. I'm not doing that. In the beginning of my journey, I was preparing entirely on my own, so I didn't really know what was right or wrong. I even took coaching from somewhere, but now I have experience and I know things much better, and I can see the notes which I was having is not good for the mains. My mistake in the past was that I completely given so much time to the prelims and I completely ignored the main syllabus. So no, I'm not starting from the zero. I'm just filling those gaps and preparing properly for the mains. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care. We'll meet soon in the new vlog.